Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Universe mode time once again. We're finally here, by the way. SummerSlam, but not yet, because it's the pre-show. Yeah, what a way to ruin expectations, I know, right? Well, to be fair, we were new as a pre-show, because I pretty much said this multiple times before. Anyway, first matchup for the pre-show. We have Raw's matchup. X Division Championship on the line. Ricochet defense against number one contender Marty Scurll. Scurll, he's been number one contender for a while, I guess. He did win a fatal four-way number one contenders matchup that he wasn't even in. Triple threat. It was Cody Rhodes, Apollo Crews, and Manic. And Scurll just attacked Manic backstage. And then replaced Manic in the matchup. And then, actually won the matchup. So that's how that dynamic works out. He takes on Ricochet here tonight. Ricochet, the first ever and the only X Division champion here on the Raw roster, on the Raw brand. And Raw, they give you the first matchup for SummerSlam pre-show. SummerSlam basically has just begun. I see their super kick. And already, just a backwards 450, a 630 right there. Two Marty Scurll onto the outside here at SummerSlam, the pre-show. Getting kicked off red hot. And no, not for Raw, so no pun intended. And now Ricochet here, the Boston Crab, onto Marty Scurll. Scurll with the counter on the outside. And now, well, Scurll, he gets countered for his own troubles, I guess. Ricochet, an amazing athlete, so is Marty Scurll. So, ladies and gentlemen, this should be a very good contest between these two, all of which for the X Division Championship. This is going to be good. And now Scurll has Ricochet almost making him fall out the ring apron. Another shot there. In fact, time with drop SC right there. Ricochet prevails. Scurll crashing and burn to the outside. Oh! Ricochet missing the 450 splash right there. And now Ricochet, the X Division champion, gets taken down by the villain, Marty Scurll, the villain of Raw. Raw's villain, as you see here there, Scurll. Taken down. Ricochet, waiting for Ricochet to get back up. Now has him up. Reverse Dragon Rana on the outside by Marty Scurll. Well, hey, this is a beach. It's a beach. It's sand. It's one of the Brooklyn beaches, which there's a whole lot, so I don't know which one, but whatever. So it's gonna be okay, maybe not a soft landing, but still a softer landing than what we have, for when we do the regular arenas, I guess. I don't know. Just work with it. Anyway, now Ricochet wearing down Marty Scurll there, kicks him, and now Ricochet looking to stay X Division champion. Missed the 450 splash there. Scurll gonna take advantage, crossface, but rope break right there for Ricochet. And now DDT plants the villain down, the villain of Raw, and Ricochet nails the 450 sort of off the top of the rope. That was nicely done. Super kick to Marty Scurll, and Scurll crashes and burns to the outside of the ring once again. Scurll, not a very good start for him in this matchup. He's not doing all that well against the X Division champion Ricochet, but Ricochet, he is holding his all, and he's doing very well in this matchup. Ricochet looking to retain the championship here tonight at the SummerSlam pre-show, just before SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more matches to go here in the pre-show, and after that, next video of Universe Mode will be the actual SummerSlam card, split up into multiple parts. I don't know how many parts, but multiple. We shall see how many parts. Probably like 3, to be fair. Ricochet sending Scurll into a steel guardrail, breaking up the count for himself. Scurll yet to make it inside the ring. He could get counted out here. He's nowhere to be seen. Never mind. 450 to the outside by Ricochet. Scurll on count 9. And ladies and gentlemen, Marty Scurll, he's been counted out of the matchup. Ricochet retains the X Division Championship here tonight under very questionable circumstances, ladies and gentlemen. As you saw a couple seconds ago, Ricochet delivering the 450 to the outside while Scurll's on the count of 8 or 9. Ricochet picks up a count out victory. A victory is a victory at the end of the day, but a questionable circumstance indeed. Scurll, he was indeed, well, he was taken out to the outside of the ring. Wasn't able to get back inside the ring because of Ricochet's non-stop offense. Well, ladies and gentlemen, anyway, now that's to say, a win's a win. We move on to our next matchup here tonight for the pre-show. Second of 3 matches here in the pre-show, and it's ECW's matchup time. For the East Tag Team Championships, Luke Harper and Erick Rowan, they challenge champions Abyss and Matt Morgan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this match underway. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the challengers, Erick Rowan and Luke Harper. They've been among contenders for a while as well. So shall see if they take on Abyss and Matt Morgan for the East Tag Team Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of nostalgia here to this matchup, as of course back in East Week 1 we did have the vacant Easter Tag Team Championship to be defended. It was Abyss and Matt Morgan. They took on Erick, Rowan, and Harper. Abyss and Morgan won, and ever since then they've been the Tag Team Champions for ECW. As I slowly start the hiccups here. Yeah, I'm trying to hold in these hiccups. Anyway, now Abyss kick things off here against Erick, Rowan. Power drive by Morgan to Luke Harper. Or never mind, it's gonna be Morgan and Harper kick things off in this matchup. As now, they show the pace finally slowing down just a little bit here with Morgan. The side headlock to Harper. Harper now escapes Morgan with a kick up there a couple seconds ago. Now Morgan back again to wearing down Luke Harper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these all four of these men are two big men here, all of which capable of holding these tag team championships and, doing a good job at it. Just take Abyss and Matt Morgan, for example, the current champions. They've been holding it ever since week 1 when they originally defeated Harper and Rowan, back when the titles were vacant. As you see right there, Luke Harper will see the power bomb to Matt Morgan. Only a 1 count though. Morgan able to kick out Harper now. Might as well tagging Erick, Rowan here. Keeping the in and out fresh tags backslide by Harper here. Can he steal one? Almost. Not in almost. To be fair, only a 1 count. Now Rowan taking down. Okay, never mind. Matt Morgan able to escape from that. Harper now can help out his tag team partner. Nation with Harper and Erick, Rowan. So far, a couple of teamwork here. Some nice teamwork against Matt Morgan. And now Morgan can tag the monster Abyss, ECW's monster Abyss. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we also got another monster in Braun Strowman. He is in action later on for the ECW Championship against Minoru Suzuki. Of course, Strowman's rematch clause. But anyway, as we've had our attention focused back to this matchup, Abyss and Luke Harper here. Ladies and gentlemen, these two, this is a scary matchup, and we all thought Abyss versus Strowman was scary because we have had that matchup before in like week 9. Well, this is also a scary matchup here, Abyss and Luke Harper. But sadly for the tag team titles, this is a main event anywhere when you think, but at least a hardcore type situation at least. And now Harper, a couple kicks to Abyss, trying to wear down Abyss, shrinking him down to size just a tad bit more. And Harper, he's not a short guy, but Abyss makes him just look somewhat small. Anyway, now Harper with the back suplex, only a 1 count there. Harper gonna tag and Rowan. Abyss already tagged him Morgan, and now here we go. As now we got Matt Morgan and Erick, Rowan, of course, ECW. Always hardcore matches. The headbutt by Rowan. Matt Morgan crashes and burns to the outside with the guitar on top of it. And ladies and gentlemen, Erick, Rowan, the 3 count. Wow. Okay then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has ended the way it began. It has now ended with the same matchup it began with. Ladies and gentlemen, back in week 1, in the first ever matchup, in the first ever episode of ECW, the vacant ECW Tag Team Championships were on the line. Matt Morgan and Abyss successfully defeated Erick, Rowan, and Luke Harper. And now, a couple weeks later, here, like 20 weeks after that, 20 episodes of ECW after that, in the SummerSlam Pre-Show, Erick, Rowan, and Luke Harper, the new ECW Tag Team Champions. So many teams couldn't have done it. So many. We had DIY. We've had the Ascension, Victor and Connor. We also had like some other tag teams that I currently can't remember who it was. But yeah, we had them, and they still lost. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And now, moving on to your third and final match of the main event of the pre-show, Cruiserweight Championship, Seth Rollins defense versus Rey Mysterio. This is SmackDown's matchup. So without further ado, let's get on into it. And ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring here, the challenger, Rey Mysterio. He faces off against, it seems like, an almost unstoppable Seth Rollins, ladies and gentlemen. So much great talent in SmackDown's Cruiserweight division. And Rollins, well, he's scattered through them all. For example, let's take Pete Dunne as one of them. Of course, Pete Dunne, now currently in NXT, due to the roster slots, being shrinking down a little bit. So Pete Dunne, with a couple other superstars, being shrink down to NXT. But ladies and gentlemen, Rollins, he has defeated Pete Dunne before at the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. Rollins, he has won a Cruiserweight title tournament, and he won that back all the way at in between week 7, week 8, or week 9, I believe. And Rollins, he's been holding the Cruiserweight Championship ever since. He's defeated opponents such as Kota Ibushi, which, remember, Ibushi was his old-time rival. And, well, once their rivalry matchup was over, Rollins just won up Ibushi after the rivalry by defeating him in the semifinals of the tournament, and then defeating Kingston in the finals. Anyway, Seth Rollins, well, he's also defeated many other superstars. He's defeated James Storm in the latest episode of Velocity. He's also previously defeated John Cena in like week 15. Rollins, he's been on the road. Mysterio, he's just won a number 1 contenders matchup. He has had all the much matches compared to Rollins. So that brings in an interesting type of situation here, where Rollins, he seems more unstoppable than the legend of Lucha Libre Wrestling and cruiserweights in general. That legend is Rey Mysterio, and Rollins might as well easily top the legend here tonight, as now both spin on the ring apron here. One of these two men gonna have to fall first. Rey on top of the rope, nails a spin heel kick, and there goes Rollins, and Rey crashing and burning to the outside. And ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, the SummerSlam pre-show main event. We've had Raw's matchup, we had ECW's, now we have SmackDown here. SmackDown's by far, to be fair, probably going to be the most exciting here, because it's cruiserweight action. Of course, Raw, they have the X Division. ECW, they have the lightweights. SmackDown, we have the cruiserweights. We got the original ones for the Masters of the Ropes. Anyway, Rollins now, a little trouble here for him, as they're on count 6. Of course, that's more trouble for Rey if any of them, to be fair, get counted out. Because if Rey or if Rollins or if both get counted out, Rollins still retains the Cruiserweight Championship. And Rey Mysterio looking to end that here tonight. Of course, Rey won a number 1 contenders match back like a long time ago, to be fair, because the show order is like super out of order, and usually sometimes it's not on a weekly basis. But yeah, now that's to say, Rollins, he's been champion. He's been the first Cruiserweight champion of Zero's mode. So, can he keep it here tonight, as now both the men back inside the ring here, taking a reset, taking a breather here, and now Rey, well, never mind, Rollins with the suplex to Rey Mysterio here, and now we got Rey, who's in trouble here, serious snapman by Rollins. Nicely done, and now he on count of vice. Rollins gonna let go, or Rey gonna escape it, either way. Anyway, now drop kick by Rey to Seth Rollins. He gets sent flying into the ropes right there. And now Rey getting chopped for his troubles, but now taking down Rollins, sweeping the legs. Target the legs, target the back of each chair, of course, since they are, more around the high flyer side. Here for SmackDown, very accurate. You take down the legs and backs of the cruiserweights. They can't be able to do their main thing, which is being the masters of the ropes, which is being the high flyers that they are known for and that they are famous for doing. And now I see that Rey getting launched by Rollins. And now Seth and Rey exchanging blows here. Rey gets the better of that exchange. But now Rollins, well, almost getting super kick, drop kick by Rey Mysterio once again. And now figure 4 leg lock here to Rollins. Although unorthodox for Rey to pull off a submission along with Rollins now doing as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup taking a turn here for wrestling styles momentarily. Anyway, now Rey with the Bulldog to Rollins. And now Rey Mysterio looking to gain the upper hand here, wearing down the legs of Rollins. Once again, going back to what I originally said, take down the legs and backs of the cruiserweights. You take away their special ability of flying. And of course, their main offense, another Bulldog by Rey, this time into a crossface here. Rey Mysterio on the rope, as see there. Rollins able to create separation just for a short few seconds with the back suplex. But now Rey Mysterio back on the attack, trying to do something against Rollins. Rollins just going to keep escaping it here. And now Rey, what's looking for here? Grabs him, dragon screw leg whip. But Rollins able to counter. As see they're wearing down Rey, but Rey just picks him up, takes him back down. Rollins once again going to the well just a second time here in this matchup. And Rey, well, a chokehold here on Rollins. And Seth Rollins just tapped out. Okay then. What a way to make the match not feel special. Great job, CPU. Great job. Okay then. Ladies and gentlemen, I am in shock. Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio back and forth contest pretty much right there. Towards the end, especially a crucial moment in matchup. And then Rey just pulls off a chokehold out of nowhere against Seth. And then Rollins, he just tapped out. He tapped out to the chokehold by Rey Mysterio. Okay then, that happened. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and the new Cruiserweight Champion of the SmackDown brand is Rey Mysterio. Well, this pre-show has taken a turn for new champions. Still X Division champion of Raw is Ricochet, but we have new ECW tag champs in Erick, Rowan, and Luke Harper, and we got a new Cruiserweight champion for SmackDown in Rey Mysterio. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss the next episode of SmackDown once that comes around, because, ladies and gentlemen, Rollins, at this point, we know that he is not a happy camper. Ray, he especially has won Rollins. He held the cruiserweight title for basically what seemed like forever, and now he's finally lost it. This has taken a turn for Rollins here. Very unexpected outcome. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the SummerSlam pre-show. Next episode of Viewers Mode will be the SummerSlam pay-per-view, so that should be fun. So yeah, catch you on the next one, and goodbye.